Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the sound system demo of the 2020 Land Rover Defender and its 400 watt 11 speaker Meridian audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the PV infotainment system works, take a look at how Android Auto and Apple CarPlay display on the screen, talk about audio inputs, listen to some sample tracks, get out on the road, listen to those tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Before we get started, let's hop out, take a quick look at the car. There's been a lot of excitement around this new Defender. It looks cool, it's capable, it's very quirky and unique, and overall just a fun car to have around. If you'd like to see more on the Defender, hit that subscribe button and check out the links in the description for our full review and our real-world highway fuel economy test with the P400E inline 6 motor. So we always do these tests with uncompressed, lossless WAV audio files on a USB drive plugged directly into the audio system and high-quality binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the tests with the factory default sound settings. Let's take a look at those now. Use this audio system here, very responsive as you can see. I can just remember how to get to the sound settings. I thought I remember there being a very quick way to do it. You're right here. Is it in there? Yeah, sorry, audio. It was right there the whole time. So you have your standard front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance, as well as treble, bass, and subwoofer. Now keep in mind, this is not the most advanced Meridian system available on this vehicle. There's also a 15-speaker, 700-watt surround system, and I suspect that would have more audio adjustments. But let's go through and take a look at what we've got here. And there we are. I am really happy to see that there's such a wide range of adjustment for all those. You can really tell when treble or bass is all the way up or all the way down. So you can see it's a very nice, easy to use system. You've got a lot of different adjustments, audio settings. It's a very nice font, it's attractive, good contrast with all the colors, good resolution, and good response rate. For audio inputs, in the Defender you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth, USB-A and C with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, and a little tune-in radio option. And there might be other online radio apps that can be installed. So what are you missing? Well, you don't have a 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and you also don't have a disc player. Not the end of the world here in 2020, but still would be nice to see. For audio adjustments, you've got a volume knob that's way over here, a little bit hard to grab onto, but it does have good detents. I think they kind of intend that more for the passenger, whereas the driver also has a roller volume knob right here. I could go for a little bit more of a confident rotor feeling, but I do like to have a roller rather than buttons for volume. So over here, one thing to note, if you are using USB audio in the Defender, it organizes your songs in a different way than most other vehicles. I think it's by file location rather than alphabetical, so that's a bit frustrating. You can see typically I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on my sound tests, but even when you hit A through Z, I don't understand. When you hit search, it brings that up. When you hit A through Z, it brings that up. It's a little wonky there, but nothing we can't get over. For track selection, you've got buttons on the steering wheel here, as well as your touch buttons right there. So unfortunately, no physical buttons in the center to switch tracks. Okay, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto test. We'll start off with Android Auto. Plug in. See, it comes up, launches itself nice and easy, very fast. Responsive screen, you can scroll through, you got your settings, maps. Whoops, let's go YouTube Music. Oh, just died on us. What happened? Start, select Android Auto on your car screen. So, Had a little bit of a malfunction. I don't know why. The device seems to still be recognizing it, but the car seems to have just failed. So we'll just do a little unplug and plug. And we're back. Weird. I don't know why that happened. Okay, CarPlay. That fires up as well. You can see plenty responsive. CarPlay looking slick. Got your Apple Music settings. It's cool that it takes up the whole screen, but still has these items on the side, so you can hit that and adjust your brightness, audio settings, and go right back to CarPlay or Android Auto. Then you've also got these quick commands to go to your nav, phone, and home. So actually one of the best implementations of Apple CarPlay and Android Auto I've ever used. Very nice to see there. All right, let's get on the road. Oh wait, speaker locations. I forgot. So we're dealing with the 11 speaker system, which means we've got 1, 2, 3 in that door, 4, 5, 6 in that door. You actually have a subwoofer underneath the seat, even though it doesn't do too much. So that's 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11 in the second row doors. All right, now let's get started. Car fires right up. Audio doesn't dip. Nice to see. It's the best way to get to that media. Cool. I will also say there's a bit of a lag with the roller knob between when I scroll and when the volume actually adjusts. So it's just not a very direct feeling roller knob, but petty complaints. Highway speed, turn the music down, let you get an idea for how the Defender sounds at 70. For the off-road capabilities of this vehicle, road noise and wind noise are actually remarkably good. I'm going to close the sunroof shade here. Continue on. Now, this next sound can really stress the limits of an audio system. So let's see how the Defender handles it. powerful, but also not quite $75,000 good. You can tell that Land Rover and Meridian are kind of holding out with this bass system. I would think that the higher output level and more speakers, kind of more surround aspect, probably more channels as well from the amplifier of the higher system, would really allow all the different instruments and sounds to come through nice and crisp with this song. It's lacking a little bit of the low end, but it's also not egregious and harsh on my ears when you turn it way up. Speaking of low end, let's switch over to our bass test song. I'll turn the bass all the way up and see what this little subwoofer under the seat can handle. Do bass and subwoofer all the way. That's actually not too bad. Compared to some of the other songs, I think turning the bass and the subwoofer setting up does help let that ring out. Let's see if we go back to center. You can see without turning that up, it's really quite weak. So I'm surprised that for their bass audio settings right in the middle, they didn't at least notch the bass and subwoofer settings up, maybe one or two. But that's personal preference, and it's good that you at least have the option. Wrapping up my thoughts on the 11 speaker system here in the Defender. It's moderate, but a little lacking at this price point. Now, I think it does kind of bring out something that people need to remember about the Defender in general. This is a capable off-road vehicle. Yes, it's luxurious. Yes, it's nicely equipped inside, but it's an off-road vehicle first. And that means you're paying more to get luxury things that you would get out of a standard luxury vehicle that's not as off-road capable at a much higher price. So even though you're paying 75 grand for this SE 110 P400 trim, you're not getting the audio quality that you'd get even out of a $40,000 or $50,000 Volvo or Mercedes. So, objectively speaking, this system probably sounds about a 7.5. I do think it's one that greatly benefits from turning the treble and bass settings up a few notches. But subjectively speaking, for 75 grand for a luxury SUV like this, I'm probably only looking maybe a 5. It's just kind of average, but I would really like to see what it would be like with the 15 speaker system. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, hit that subscribe button, check out our other Defender content, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.